All right. So before we get started, we're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. I'm going to ask Monica to please call the roll.
Tanya Fairley,
Here.
Dunk,
Here.
Anthony Bertram,
Here.
Megan Ellis,
Here.
Dr. Yolanda Jimenez,
Here.
Colette Kavanaugh,
Here.
Omale,
Here.
Tamika Miller,
Here.
Danielle Munoz,
Here.
Sally Mayfam,
Here.
Steve Weeks.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Monica. And before we get started, we are going to just welcome our newest board member, Sinar Lomeli. Welcome. Yeah, we're all full up here. It's been a minute since we've been this full. So, and we also have another member that will be joining us at our next meeting. We just received an appointment from Governor Newsom's office on Friday. Michelle Egger was appointed as a public member, and we look forward to meeting her really soon. We will now move to agenda item 2, which is our petitions for reinstatement. I will now turn the meeting over to our administrative law judge, Judge Sean Gavin.
Hi, good morning, everyone. As the president just said, my name is Sean Gavin. I am the administrative law judge who's been assigned to preside over the 2 petition hearings. Madam Court Reporter, we're not on the record yet. I'll tell you when we go on. I just want to do a little bit of housekeeping first. Are you Mr. Dang? Okay. When you do speak, I'll have you turn your microphone on so you can be heard.
I got it.
All right, good morning to you. I just want to explain the hearing procedures that will follow and then see if you have any questions. I also want to make sure, is Ms. Elmer here in the room? Okay. Hi, good morning to you. Do we have an interpreter available for Ms. Elmer yet? Ms. Knight? Okay, that's fine. I'll explain the hearing procedures again once the interpreter is here. So, Mr. Dang, the hearing will proceed in 3 parts. Those 3 parts are known as opening statement, evidence, and closing argument. Essentially, when we begin, I'll identify myself. I'll ask the board members to identify themselves just by saying, yes, they're present to a roll call. And then I'll invite Ms. Doherty and yourself to identify yourselves.
Okay.
I'll then turn it over to Ms. Doherty to present the petition packet and a brief overview of the license and disciplinary history. The board members have already had an opportunity to review the petition and the supporting documents. And so it's unnecessary for Ms. Doherty to walk us through every single detailed plot point, but she'll identify those documents and she'll explain essentially why we're here.
Okay.
You'll have a chance, if you think there's a reason that the board should not consider one or more of the documents that Ms. Doherty identifies, you'll have the chance to tell us that. And then I'll decide whether I agree with you or not, and I'll let you know.
Okay.
After she's done that, we'll then turn to you to present evidence. You can testify, you can call other witnesses if you'd like, and if there are any other documents that are not part of what Ms. Doherty has introduced, you can let us know about those as well. And I'll ask in a minute whether you anticipate having any witnesses or documents.
Yeah.
After you testify, I'll give Ms. Doherty a chance to ask you any questions she might have, and then I'll give each board member a chance to ask you any questions.
Okay.
It may be that every board member has some questions. It may be that 1 or 2 or none have questions. We don't know yet. After that, I'll give you a chance to say anything else you'd like to say. And when you've presented all of your evidence, we'll then move to closing argument. During closing argument, the parties have an opportunity to briefly explain what they think the evidence showed and suggest what outcome should happen as a result. Any questions about that?
No.
Okay. Do you anticipate having any other witnesses besides yourself?
Just myself.
Okay, just yourself.
Yeah. But I do have my wife with me today.
Okay.
So,
I can hear you, but I'm concerned that you may need to lean a little closer to the mic and maybe raise your voice a little bit.
okay. Yeah.
Okay. You said your wife is here, but you don't plan to call her as a witness?
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Okay.
Just by myself today. Waiting on it.
Okay.
She just go with me. Just support me. That's all. Yeah.
That's fine. She's here in support, and that's perfectly acceptable. Do you have any documents that you think you have not already given to Ms. Doherty?
No.
Okay. If you have any questions as we move forward, I invite you to ask them. I cannot give you legal advice, but I can help guide you through the process if you're not sure what's happening or what you're allowed to do, that sort of thing. I'll do my best to answer those
Okay,
questions.
sir.
All right. Let me then just say a final word to anyone who will be speaking today. Once we're on the record, we have a court reporter whose job will be to type out everything that everyone says. That is an incredibly hard job. So there are some things we can do to make that easier. First is we need to speak loudly enough, slowly enough, and one at a time enough that she can clearly hear what's being said. Secondly, anytime people speak, they need to use words instead of gestures or non-word sounds. Nodding your head, for example, would tell us information, but she wouldn't hear it, so she wouldn't type it. So too for non-word sounds like uh-huh and uh-uh. If she hears it, she'll have to do her best to type how she thinks that should be spelled, but it won't be clear to someone reading that what you really said or meant. Finally, it may happen from time to time that our court reporter doesn't clearly hear something, and she may need to interrupt to ask the speaker to repeat what they just said. If that happens, she means the word repeat. She does not mean explain, provide great detail about, clarify. She just wants you to say the exact same word or phrase, but louder and slower. Make sense?
Yeah.
Everyone breaking rule 2 right away. All right. All right. I trust that it makes sense. Once we're on the record, then I'll need to make sure that we can hear everything.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Any final questions before we begin?
No.
Ms. Doherty, anything you feel we need to address before going on the record? And Ms. Esquivel-Parkinson, are you ready to go on the record? All right. We are on the record in the matter of the petition for reinstatement of Tuong Kong Dang. This matter is being heard for the State Board of Barbering and Cosmetology with case number BC 2025-20893. My name is Sean Gavin. I'm the administrative law judge from the Office of Administrative Hearings who's been assigned to preside over this case. The OAH case number for this matter is 2025-060839. At this point, I'll do a brief roll call of the board members who are present just to establish a quorum for this case. President Fairley,
Present.
just a reminder, when you do respond, please have your microphone on. Vice President Funk,
Present.
Mr. Bertram,
Present.
Ms. Ellis,
Present.
Ms. Kavanaugh,
Present.
Ms. Lamelli,
Present.
Ms. Miller,
Present.
Ms. Munoz,
Present.
Ms. Pham,
Present.
and Mr. Weeks.
Present.
Thank you. These members constitute a quorum. I'll also invite the parties who are present to identify themselves, starting with counsel.
Good morning, Caitlin Doherty, Deputy Attorney General. I'm appearing on behalf of the Attorney General pursuant to Government Code Section 11522, representing the people of the state of California. I'm here to assist the administrative law judge and the board in fact finding. My role is not adversarial, but is intended to protect the public interest today. Thank you.
Thank you. And sir?
Yes, hi. My name is Tuong Dang.
All right, very good. Good morning.
Yes.
I'll also invite our court reporter, pursuant to a recent statute, to identify herself by name and CSR number. Thank you very much. Mr. Dang, before we went on the record, I explained the hearing procedures. I will just briefly summarize that explanation now so your record is complete.
Okay.
In a moment, I'll give Ms. Doherty a chance to present the petition packet and supporting documents and provide the board with a brief overview of the license and disciplinary history. If you object to any of the documents Ms. Doherty introduces, I'll give you a chance to tell me why.
Sure.
After that, you can testify on your own behalf. Once you do, I'll give Ms. Doherty and each board member a chance to ask you questions. You would also have the right to call other witnesses or introduce other documents, although you told me before we went on the record that you don't plan to do either of those things.
Okay.
If you change your mind, you let me know.
Okay.
At the conclusion, then, I'll give the parties a chance to briefly summarize what they think the evidence showed and suggest what outcome should happen as a result. Any questions about those procedures?
No, thank you.
Ms. Doherty, anything to address before we move forward?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then you can proceed as you see fit.
Thank you. Your Honor, starting what's been pre-marked as Exhibit 1 is petitioner's petition packet in this matter, which consists of a petition or a summary of petitioner's license history with the board following an attachment. 1 is the petition for reinstatement form that was submitted by petitioner in this matter. Attachment 2 consists of the hearing confirmation form. Attachment 3 consists of the notice of hearing for today's hearing. Attachment 4 is a license certification history for petitioner. Attachment 5 is the decision, a default decision in order in case number 2018-22785. Following that is the petition to revoke, in attachment 6 is the petition to revoke probation for that same case in 2018-22785. Attachment 7 is the stipulated settlement and disciplinary order with accusation number 2013-1187. And lastly, attachment 8 is the stipulated surrender of license and order for case number 2013-1187. At this time, we ask that petitioner's petition be admitted for all purposes.
Mr. Dang, is there any reason you think the board should not consider the documents Ms. Doherty just told us about when they decide this case?
No, I'm okay with that.
All right, the petition and the attachments are admitted.
Thank you. At this time, Your Honor, I'd like to provide a license history background for a petitioner. On or about February 6th of 2006, the board issued cosmetologist license number KK450370 to petitioner. On or about July 19th, 2007, the board issued establishment license number A249475 to petitioner doing business as Fashion Spa Nails and Hair. Between 2013 to 2014, the board issued 3 citations to petitioner's establishment license. The citations included numerous violations, which include but are not limited to employing unlicensed persons, not disinfecting non-electrical instruments, foot spa logs not complete, not disposing of items that cannot be disinfected, soiled towels not covered in receptacle, contaminated powders, and many other health and safety violations. On September 6th of 2016, the board filed accusation number 2013-1187 against petitioner's cosmetologists and establishment licenses. The accusation alleged that petitioner's establishment was not in compliance with the Code of Regulations relating to public health and safety. Petitioner refused to allow the inspector to access and inspect drawers, cabinets, and other areas of the establishment. Additionally, the restroom at the establishment was used as a storage unit. During the inspection, the inspector found numerous health and safety violations. Additionally, during that inspection, petitioner interfered with the inspection by hiding items outside the back door of the establishment, preventing inspectors from looking into various areas, and was violent during the inspection when he started yelling and jumping down and slapping the table top of his workstation when communicating with inspectors. Petitioner's wife's brother acted in an inappropriate manner towards the inspectors, including but not limited to trying to shut a cabinet door on the inspector's arm and prevent the inspector from looking inside various cabinets and drawers, and yelling at the inspector. Effective March 31st of 2017, the board adopted a stipulated settlement placing petitioner's establishment and cosmetologist license on a 3-year probation and ordering costs in the amount of $4,587. As part of the stipulated settlement, petitioner admitted to the truth of every allegation alleged in that accusation. In August of 2017, petitioner's establishment was issued another citation by the board for multiple health and safety violations. On December 17th of 2017, petitioner, as part of his establishment's probation on that license, he notified the board he wanted to surrender that license, and that license became surrendered. Effective March 6th of 2018, petitioner's establishment license for fashion spa and nails and hair was surrendered. As part of that stipulated surrender, petitioner agreed, should he ever reapply for a new establishment license or petition for reinstatement, all the allegations in the accusation would be deemed true. On July 27th of 2018, the board filed a petition to revoke probation against petitioner's cosmetologist license. The basis for that petition was that petitioner failed to comply with the board's probation program when he failed to submit quarterly reports and failed to complete remedial education. In response to that petition, petitioner filed a notice of defense. As a result, that matter was set for hearing. Petitioner failed to file a notice of defense in that matter. As a result, the board issued a default decision and order that revoked petitioner's cosmetologist license effective November 30th of 2018. To date, petitioner has an outstanding cost for investigation and enforcement in his cases in the amount of $4,587.50. On or around June 4th of 2025, petitioner filed a petition for reinstatement of his cosmetologist license. Because the burden's on petitioner, I have no further statements, but reserve the right to question petitioner today. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Doherty. Mr. Dang, that takes us now to you. I will have you raise your right hand so I can swear you in.
Okay. To you.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm under penalty of perjury that the testimony you'll give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah.
All right, you can put your hand down if you'd like. Please ensure that your microphone is on if you'll
Okay.
speak. This is your opportunity to explain in your own words what you think the board members should know when deciding whether to grant your petition.
Yeah.
You don't need to ask yourself questions. You can just simply explain what you'd like the board members to know, and you can begin whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Okay. The started when I started business in the fashion spa, nail and hair. I do that business for more than 10 years. Very much like I keep the shop always clean, but sometimes you can control just like the dust on the table. And then for a long period of time, I haven't steak ball come over. And one time they come over, they fun. And then I think they come in only like, they come like three times on the road. They come in over 3 times in a row. I remember one time they come in and they cut one of my employee have no license. And then now I have a good chance for me to explain to you guys. Because, I do the business there. One day I lost completely like 3 employees by car accident. That include my brother, my sister, and one of the best employee that I have been working for a long time. I don't have nobody help me on that time. On that moment, I lost 3 employees. So I hired in a couple of people, one mom and one daughter. I think the daughter have a license and the mom did not have a license. And I know that's not right, but I be honest with you, I have no choice, no help. And then at the same time, not long ago, they keep coming. The state board keep coming because I think I have the reason because they cut one person have no license, then they keep coming. Then I know. By that time, I find out my wife have a pregnancy. Okay, so like 3-month pregnancy. And then, but we are very straightforward with the family issue. Then the stickball keep coming, and every time they coming, they come like 4 or 5 people. Like one people go to the back, one people go this door, that door, that door. It's we live in a nightmare with the situation. And then my wife lost the baby. And I'm not claim on them. Maybe because my wife's health not that good for some reason. But that at that time I was very, sad. And then they coming again. When they come in again this time, and I don't know how, I just explode myself. I just bang on the table. Okay, how do I do business like this? And they don't know that my wife, I lost a baby. They don't know. They don't know what I've been through. I'm being very disappointed. I'm getting angry. And that's the reason I want to end up my business. I give up on my business. I don't care about license no more. I have 4 kids. I raise my family. Do you know how hard it is? I come here today. Good. You let me explain. You want to give me license back? Fine. You don't want me license back? I have no problem. It's enough for me already. So I don't have nothing to say. And the sorry thing about one of my employees disrespect you. Out of my control. Out of my control. You know, do the business. Some employee come to you, they have a bad manner. Sometimes you coming in and they do something to you. I completely can control what they do, what they say. But everything is come to me because I'm the owner. So whatever they done, I just say sorry. And if you think you can consider, I'm say thank you. Other than that, I have nothing to say at all. My wife right there. So after I don't do this, I do the tattoo. You know, I turn myself to do the tattoo, the beauty for people. And I'm survived, you know. But that's all the situation I want to tell you. So that's it. I have nothing to say. Is that enough? Yeah.
Yes, thank you,
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right. All right, thank you, Mr. Dang.
Yeah.
I'll now give Ms. Doherty a chance to ask you questions, followed by each board member.
Yeah.
I realize that Ms. Doherty is sitting next to you, and you'll want to look at her, but if you turn your head, your mouth won't be near the microphone, and we won't hear you.
Okay.
So you can move the microphone, but try to speak into it.
Okay.
Ms. Doherty, whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Ding, can you explain to me what you currently do for a living?
Right now, I do the tattoo, the permanent makeup,
Can you explain to me what that consists of?
like, you know, the tattoo, the permanent makeup, eyebrow permanent makeup.
Okay. And did you receive training to do that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And do you hold a license to do that?
Yes, I do.
And when did you get that license?
I get that license 7 years ago.
And what type of license do you hold?
That it's called a tattoo audit the permanent the audit tattoo audit permanent makeup. It's called the
Okay. And do you understand that you were initially disciplined by the board for failing to comply with numerous health and safety regulations?
yeah, I understand.
And do you recall that you also refused to allow an inspector to complete the inspection at your facility?
Can you re-speak one more time?
Do you recall that when the inspectors came to your establishment, you refused to allow them to inspect?
Do I recall? Yeah, I think they did because they come many times. So that's why when they come in, I don't know that I do it, but one of the employee they do that. Yes,
Okay.
I remember they do that.
And do you understand why establishments are inspected?
Yeah, I know because we have a couple of times we fail with the inspector coming and like they found we don't disinfection or something. Yeah, we do understand that's the reason why they come. Yeah.
And you were placed on probation by the board back in March of 2017, is that correct?
Yes.
And why did you fail to comply with that probation?
Oh, no, because I try to do it, and one of the cosmetology the school in Fresno, I tried to go there to learn whatever that the state board require. But that school later in a week later they shut down. So I don't think they do the legal thing, whatever. But she no longer be there. So that's the reason why I cannot complete the requirement from the board.
You also failed to submit your quarterly reports to the board. Do you recall that?
I did not know that. I didn't know that. Regarding what you mean I failed you mean I failed from the course again? They send me the paper or what?
Did you understand the terms of your probation when you were placed on probation by the board?
No, I don't.
Did you read the terms of your probation before you signed the settlement?
I think I do. I think I just received the paper that's here. That's what I know that I have to be here. Back then I don't.
Okay. So going to my next question, did you receive the petition to revoke your probation that was served on you back?
Back then, yes.
You
Back
did.
then I did know that you guys revoke my license. And then I understand that I will never get it back again. But after I don't know, somehow I received the mail, but this time that I have to go to be here today to explain. That's why I'm here today.
Okay. And you completed the petition forms yourself, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And section H of your petition states to please attach a description of what you've done to rehabilitate yourself pursuant to the criteria set forth in California Code of Regulations, section 971, and any documentation supporting your rehabilitation efforts. It appears that you didn't attach any documents in support of your petition. Sitting here today, can you tell me why your license should be rehabilitated? Or how you've rehabilitated?
Be honest with you, I don't receive. I did not know anything that I have a chance to be here today to 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 explain or to be in the course. So to be able to um, have the license back, uh, I think that's the reason why I never know that I can be here today with this. So whatever that you, I don't know, like you mean like they mail it to me or the paperwork about this, or this is the first time I ever seen the day I be revoked the license. I received this letter. So
So outside of the paperwork that currently is in front of you, can you explain to the board what you've done to rehabilitate yourself.
I don't know what I did in the past. Maybe I don't do the right thing because I can control myself when I get mad with the inspector. But I get everybody messed up one time in their life. Maybe that is my fault. So I just want to say I'm sorry for what I did in the past. But consider for my situation is you know, I, I've been through a lot, but that doesn't my excuse. So no matter what, it's my fault. So I just hope that you guys consider for my situation and give me back the license that I have, so I can be able to continue to do for living. That's the only thing I say. And whatever happened in the past, I just want to say sorry. That's all I say. I have nothing to depend on that.
And if your license was reinstated and an inspector came in to inspect your station, or if in the future you open an establishment, how would you behave with that inspector differently?
I've been on the business more than 10 years for this. I do know how to follow the regulation. I will do the right way. And if something happened like before, for example, if something happened for my family again, I try to control because I know that sometimes you get mad for something and you apply to the another person that is not right. So I will try to control myself. I will brew it, and I know I do it because I'm I'm kind of person, you know, uh, like I train my children the same thing, have to be respect. So I think I would do that.
And if your license was reinstated, would you be able to pay the outstanding costs that you owe to the board in the amount of $4,587.50?
Yeah, if that what I have to pay, I will pay. I will try to pay. Yeah.
And if your license was reinstated on a probationary status, would you be able to comply with probation this time?
Yes, I will.
Your Honor, at this time, I have nothing further. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Doherty. I'll now go through the board members to see if there are any additional questions, starting with President Fairley.
Good morning. Thank you so much. Mr. Dang, can you please clarify why didn't you complete your probation requirements?
Like I told her early, the school they require some some hour in the requirement. You have to be in the school for that, and I decide for that school, but the school in fact no, there's somehow they no longer operation, so that's why I'm failed for that. And then when I started thinking of how to make money for living, so I found I learned how to do the microblading, permanent makeup for the supply. And then after I get the training, I working on that kind of job. So I opened they call academy, called a fee academy. I work for the company called Fee Academy, and then I opened the facility I opened this school, Fee Academy, and I've been working on those kind of job for like almost 6 or 7 years for living. So that's the reason why I'm failed the probation.
So let me clarify, the school, you said that the school that you were attending went out of business?
No. They're not. Yeah, yes. The school I tried to extend in for probation. Is somehow they closed.
Did you contact your probation officer or the board to let them know to maybe help you find another place to complete the probation requirements?
I don't think I did.
Okay. Also, you stated Fee Academy. Do you own this business?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you are considered now a permanent makeup artist?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have anyone in your establishment that also does esthetician, nails, or hair?
No, ma'am.
And it's been 8 years or 7 years. Let me double check. I think it's been 7 years since your license was suspended. Why now are you petitioning to get your license back?
The reason I want to take it back because I want to go back my business because I've been working on the nail and hair for a long time. So somehow I still love to do it.
Okay, and my last question, because I didn't see it clearly in the report, have you taken any classes outside of what you were going to do through the school for safety and sanitation, anything to change that if you were presented with the same situation that you were presented before, that you wouldn't find yourself back in that situation?
Yeah, I have to do it. I will.
But have you done that up until today?
No, ma'am.
Okay, no further questions.
Thank you. Vice President Funk?
Thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your apology for your decorum during the inspections. I think our number one concern with the inspections and with the violations is public safety and making sure that you understand why hands need to be washed between each patron, why disposable items need to be disposed of. And I understand you said you were the owner of this establishment and now you're just looking for your individual license. Is that correct?
Yeah. And then I'm sorry. Back to the question for her, for Miss. I have to learn the when I become the audit. I have to took the class for the safety for the client. Yes, I do have that. The one.
Are you addressing me? You're saying that you
I'm-
took a class?
Yeah. Because you say, do I have to learn anything else for the safety issue for the client? Yes, I do. Yeah, I did have the. It's called a that moment. The class I have to took it online for the 90 question about the safety issues. Yeah,
About
I
safety
do-
and
yeah,
sanitation?
for the just for the makeup audit, not for the nail salon, for the nail, but the makeup audit stuff. I think very much like you can consider that you care for the client.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Do you look to, what are you looking to do with your cosmetologist license? What specific duties of the cosmetologist realm do you look forward to doing if you were to get your license back?
Yes, because I plan to open the business again. Yeah.
So you're personally not looking to do hair or nails, but rather be the establishment owner again?
I want to do that again.
Okay.
I want to have a license, so I want to get back
To
my,
own a salon and have employees?
yeah, to have a
Okay.
chance to do that again. Yeah.
Okay. No further questions from me. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Bertram?
No questions.
Ms. Ellis?
No questions.
Dr. Jimenez,
No questions.
Ms. Kavanaugh,
No questions.
Ms. Lamelli,
No questions.
Ms. Miller,
No questions.
Ms. Munoz,
No questions.
Ms. Pham,
No questions. Thank you.
Mr. Weeks.
Couple of quick questions. For the majority of your testimony today, you basically took no responsibility for what happened in your salon. In fact, you said it was really the fault of our inspectors, the way they were coming in and ganging up on you. Yet you had, by my count, you've had 5 times you've been inspected, 5 times you failed the inspection, all for some pretty serious health and safety violations. I'm ignoring the violent incident that happened. You're back saying you want your license again, but it's really okay if you don't get your license. You're back saying that you want to be an establishment owner. And it's the establishment owner that enforces these health and safety regulations that we have. So I'm having difficulty with seeing what you really, how you've really changed.
When I say I want to, I will change because working on the this kind of work, you have to protect the client, protect the consumer. So I will try the best I can to keep everything is in the right way for the customer.
Well, protecting your clients is certainly very important, and that's the reason we exist. And that's the reason that you're in here today, because you went years without protecting your clients.
But
So I'm trying to understand what, after 5 attempts to do it and no changes made at all, do you think you have the ability to make these changes? And
yes,
be a
yes, sir, I will.
180-degree different person?
I will. I will. The reason I will because I have family. I have a kid. I need to survive. Also, I have to do the right way because, like I said, when I build a business, even though they've cut me in 5 times, I know that. But I always keep the business clean most of the time. But
Wait. You always keep the business clean?
yes, sir.
Did you see what
I
these
always try.
violations were? Their health and safety, their cleanliness.
I do understand, but I don't know how to explain to you because on the nail salon it's very hard for when you say that 100% no dirty on that. But I always keep it clean. I'm clean the person. That is who am I.
Okay. I have no further questions.
Ms. Doherty, any follow-up?
No follow-up based off that, Your Honor. Thank you.
And then any final questions from any board members? All right, seeing no hands. Mr. Deng, is there anything else you would like to say on your own behalf?
I would say like whatever happened in the past, I just want to say sorry, and I try to improve myself. If I have a chance to be the owner again, yes, I will do the best that I can. That's the only thing I say because no matter what I say, but I don't do it. It's the same thing, but I will try the best I can. That's all I want to say.
All right.
The best I can do.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
And let me just confirm, you don't want to call any other witnesses or
And I don't need nobody. I'm fine with that.
or present any other documents, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That takes us then to closing argument. Ms. Doherty, I realize you're not here in an adversarial capacity, but if you'd like to make any closing remarks, you may.
Your Honor, we would just direct the board to review if there isn't any rehabilitation, which seems to be lacking in this case when deciding whether that license should be reinstated. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Dang, if you'd like to make any closing argument, you can summarize what you think the board should focus on and what outcome you would like to happen.
No.
Okay. In a moment, then, I'll ask if the matter is submitted. By that, I mean, are you happy that you've had a full opportunity to present all evidence and make all argument that you'd like to present and make? Ms. Doherty, for the people, is the matter submitted?
The matter is submitted, Your Honor. Thank you.
And Mr. Dang, for you, is the matter submitted?
Thank you.
All right, then the matter is submitted. The case is closed and we are off the record. Don't leave just yet.
Yeah.
I need to give our court reporter a chance to ask you for any words or terms that she might need spelled. So I'll have you go and speak to her for just a moment. I will also let you know that the board will meet in closed session after today and will decide what to do with your petition. So you won't get your result today, but you'll receive it in the mail in the next short while.
Thank you so much.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you. With that, you can go ahead and chat with our court reporter. It's 10:48. Why don't we come back at 11 o'clock for the next petition? We'll just be in a brief break. And so for our next petitioner, Ms. Elmer, you can go ahead and come take a seat. And then perhaps we have an interpreter present at this point? Okay. Oh, you're hiding there. Okay, very good. All right, you can join her at the table here as well. Thank you. To get back online here. All right. Seems like we're back and ready to go. It's 11 o'clock. We're not on the record yet. We're joined by our next petitioner, Ms. Elmer here, who is being assisted by a Hmong interpreter, Mr. Marchetti. Before we went on the record, or sorry, we're not on the record yet. Before we reconvened here, I explained the hearing procedures that will follow. So in a moment, we'll go on the record. I'll briefly summarize that explanation. I'll take a roll call, and then we'll begin with the hearing. Also, by way of just letting everyone know, there is part of the evidence will include a video. And so once it's time for that video to show, I'll let the facility know it'll be on this screen. And I believe, will it also be on the, okay, it'll also be on the screens that are before the members. It's about a minute long. So just wanted to give people a heads up about that as well. Ms. Elmer, do you have any questions before we begin?
I do have your honor. This regarding this matter, I feel so sorry. This stupid matter to me, because I'm here today to ask, please relieve my license back, because.
Let me stop you for a minute.
Yeah, that's all.
I don't want to be rude.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that when we hear from you, it's during the hearing and you're under oath, so the board members can give everything you say the appropriate weight.
Okay.
Do you have any go ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you have any questions about the hearing process?
I don't have anything at this time.
Okay. Once we're on the record, I realize that you have some English. Ask that you allow Mr. Marchetti to translate all the English into Hmong. Respond to him in Hmong, and then he will translate that to us in English.
Yeah.
Okay. Ms. Doherty, anything to address before we go on the record?
Not at this time, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Esquivel-Parkinson, are you ready? All right. We are on the record in the matter of the petition for reinstatement of Kaying Elmer. This matter is being heard before the State Board of Barbering and Cosmetology with case number BC 2025-21210. My name is Sean Gavin. I am the Administrative Law Judge from the Office of Administrative Hearings, who is presiding over this matter. The OAH case number is 2025-060-906. At this point, I will do a roll call of the board members to establish a quorum. Please ensure when you respond, your microphone is on. I'll start with President Fairley,
Present.
Vice President Funk,
Present.
Mr. Bertram,
Present.
Ms. Ellis,
Present.
Dr. Jimenez,
Present.
Ms. Kavanaugh,
Present.
Ms. Lamelli,
Present.
Ms. Miller,
Present.
Ms. Munoz,
Present.
Ms. Pham,
Present.
and Mr. Weeks.
Present.
Thank you. These members constitute a quorum. I will also ask the parties to identify themselves, starting with counsel.
Good morning, Caitlin Doherty, Deputy Attorney General. I'm appearing on behalf of the Attorney General pursuant to Government Code Section 11522, representing the people of the state of California. I'm here to assist the Administrative Law Judge and the Board of Barbering and Cosmetology in fact-finding. My role is not adversarial, but is intended to protect the public interest. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Doherty. And for the petitioner, can I have you identify yourself, please?
My name is Ying, last name Elmer.
Right. Thank you. You're here assisted by a Hmong interpreter.
Yes.
I will have that person identify himself.
Good morning, Matt Marchetti, registered Hmong interpreter, oath on file 700204.
Mr. Marchetti, I do need to administer the interpreter's oath. Do you swear or affirm that, to the best of your skill and judgment, you will make a true interpretation of the questions asked and the answers given from English to Hmong and Hmong to English, and that, if necessary, you will make a true translation of any documents which require a translation?
Yes.
Thank you. I'll also invite our court reporter to identify herself. Thank you. Ms. Elmer, I realize that you understand some English. Requested an interpreter for this hearing. As a result, for your protection and benefit, I will ask that even if you understand the questions in English, please allow Mr. Marchetti to translate them to Hmong. Respond in Hmong, then he will translate that to English. That will protect your record to make sure that you understood what you were answering. Before we went on the record, I explained the hearing procedures. Very briefly, to summarize, in a moment, Ms. Doherty will present the petition packet and supporting documents. And explain the license and disciplinary history. After that, you can testify. You can call your character witness. And if you had any additional documents, you could walk us through those. That includes the video that you have uploaded. After you testify, and your character witness testifies, I'll give Ms. Doherty and each board member a chance to ask you any questions they have. When all the evidence is presented, I'll give you both a chance to summarize the evidence and ask the board for the result that you want. Do you have any questions about those procedures?
질문.
I do not.
If you do have questions, please ask as they come up for you.
Dạ thì có mua luôn nữa chị có hải tế dạ thì có mua luôn nữa chị không tới hải sản không?
Ms. Doherty, you can proceed as you see fit.
Thank you, Your Honor. What's been pre-marked as Exhibit 1 in this matter is the petition packet submitted by petitioner and the board. What's first in that packet is a summary of petitioner's license history with the board. Located in attachment 1 is the petition for reinstatement that was submitted by petitioner. What's located in attachment 2 is petitioner's supporting documents that were submitted with that petition. What's located in attachment 3 is the hearing confirmation form. What's located in attachment 4 is the notice of hearing for today's hearing. What's located in attachment 5 is the license history certification for petitioner.
Certification history.
What's located in attachment 6 is the proposed decision and order with accusation number 2020-12084. In attachment 7 is the petition for reconsideration that was filed by petitioner. What's located in attachment 8 is the denial of that petition for reconsideration that was issued by the board. What's located in attachment 9 is the petition for reinstatement, case number 2024-2799 that denied petitions, that resulted in a denial of that petition. Lastly, what's located in attachment 10 is the decision and order for case number 2024-2799. Your Honor, at this time, our office would ask that this petition packet be admitted for all purposes in part. On behalf of the public, we would raise an objection to hearsay and relevance to numerous documents located within attachment 2 of petitioner's supporting documents.
Ms. Elmer, you're free to follow along. We're in the binder that's in front of you there. Ms. Doherty will take you to the correct page.
This is the attachment 2. They're labeled by the
Ms. Doherty, you said that attachment 2 was included with the petition.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And that's the reason that you're presenting it as part of the case.
Correct, Your Honor. It's not typical for our office to make an objection, but given the certain types of documents included in that petition, we want to protect our record and raise the relevance and hearsay objection.
Can you tell me what pages?
Correct. So as to A11 in the entirety of that, we would raise the hearsay objection, but more specific as to on case center pages A11 to A61, we would.
I'm going to just pause you for one moment while I get there. And let me just clarify for our board members, the packets that you have in front of you do not have the page numbers that Ms. Doherty is referring to. For the time being, I just want to get an inventory from her of what specific pages she's raising the objection to. If the objection is sustained and those documents are excluded from the packet, then we'll identify what pages they are for you so you know what pages not to consider. If the objections are overruled, then it will be unnecessary to have done that because you're free to look at the documents. So hopefully that makes sense. So I realize that for now, you'll be a bit in the dark. I apologize for it, but I just think it's faster to do it this way.
Can I ask a question with that?
Yes.
Because we receive these documents ahead of time and I've already reviewed them and notated them, if they are considered to be excluded, how then, what is our instructions on our notes and the information that we have?
If a document is excluded from this packet based on an objection, that will mean that when you decide this case, you are not free to consider that document or the contents of it. So even if you have been exposed to it by having read it ahead of time, you will simply have to ignore what you read, set that aside, and make your decision based only on the record that is included and not rely on those excluded portions if that comes up. You're welcome. All right, Ms. Doherty, you said A11?
A11 to A61, that portion of the supporting documents, we would raise a relevance objection to relitigating the underlying matter that all these documents were ruled on. And within those documents, there appears to be hearsay statements written all over them, but they were ruled on the underlying case that resulted in that revocation
Ruled on in what way?
by an administrative law judge for the prior hearing.
But meaning ruled on as in admitted or not?
These copies of the documents, these portions, because they're incomplete, for example, Your Honor, the police report that's attached to in these documents, the entirety of that police report was admitted in the administrative hearing without the handwritten comments, as it was a certified copy. So it was admitted under Lake versus Reed. Today, we have portions of some of those reports or other various documents that have nothing to do with this petition hearing or have to do with other citations issued by the board for other licensees.
Okay. Is there a reason that we wouldn't simply admit the document in its entirety and allow the portions that you believe to be irrelevant to go to the weight, if any?
Your Honor, to make it easier for the board, we'd be agreeable as administrative hearsay as to attachment 2.
Okay. Let me hear from Ms. Elmer as well. Ms. Elmer, in the packet that's in front of you, you'll need to turn to the second tab, number 2. The binder that you have is the exhibits for the hearing that was before yours and your hearing. So the first set of pages is not related to your case. Ms. Doherty, can you direct them, please?
And Your Honor, just for clarification, they only have her exhibits in that binder.
Oh, my mistake.
This is attachment 2. Your Honor, they're at attachment 2.
Okay. And Ms. Doherty, A11 through A61 is the entirety of Exhibit 2, is that right?
The entirety of exhibit 2 or attachment 2 would be A11 to A85.
Okay. One moment. I just need to scroll to A61 and see which page it corresponds to, so I can direct her to, so she knows which pages are at stake here.
So, Your Honor, we're gonna, if we're doing as to, I have multiple objections for numerous groups of pages, and so that would cover the entirety of attachment 2 if we were agree, as we can do as a hearsay objection to the entirety of attachment 2.
Okay, so you're proposing to admit the entirety of attachment 2 as administrative hearsay.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, that helps me. Thank you. Ms. Elmer, the documents that you submitted with your petition that are marked as attachment 2 within the binder in front of you. Ms. Doherty is asking that the board consider those documents in a special way known as administrative hearsay. What that means is that if I agree with her, the board will be allowed to consider those pages, but only to the extent that the information within those pages helps to supplement or explain other evidence. It means that the board would not be able to rely on those pages independent of other evidence to make any findings or conclusions. I realize that I'm explaining to you a legal concept, maybe for the first time. So if you have any questions about that, I'll do my best to answer them.
I don't think I understand.
Okay.
What does it mean?
It means that when the board decides whether to grant your petition, it will be allowed to look at Exhibit 2 or Attachment 2, and each member will be allowed to consider what is included in Exhibit 2. I keep saying Exhibit, Attachment 2. But
I don't know, but I am willing to do it.
okay. Let me just finish. But when they consider Attachment 2, they can only use those facts to help them understand other facts.
Okay.
All right. Is there any reason that you think I should not do that?
No, I don't have anything.
All right. So Attachment 2, is that the only attachment that you're offering in that way?
Correct, Your Honor.
Ms. Elmer, for all of the pages, meaning not just Attachment 2, but the whole packet, is there any reason you think the board should not consider any of those pages?
I don't fully understand all the rules, but I don't, if they want to see it, I don't have a problem with them seeing it.
The board has the packet that you have. Do you think it would be unfair if the board looked at all those pages?
Oh, no, I'm fine with them looking at everything.
Okay. Exhibit 1 is admitted with attachment 2 admitted as administrative hearsay. I trust the board members heard my explanation of what that means, and I will ensure as part of my job during closed session that all of the evidence is given the appropriate and legal weight. You can proceed, Ms. Doherty.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, I'd like to present a license history background for petitioner.
Go just 10% slower than you think you need to.
Thank you, Your Honor. On March 22nd of 1986, the board issued cosmetologist license number KK 161680 to petitioner.
Lu bên này nó thì nên có xong ít sẽ yêu cầu chỉ cho trâu là tấm món đàn license KK y trâu ở trâu tù nó.
Young tứ.
What year?
1986.
Y cho trâu.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ms. Elmer, at this point, Ms. Doherty will just summarize information for the board. It's not necessary for you to say whether you agree or disagree.
Sorry.
That's okay. If there's something with which you disagree, you can make a note of it. And then when it comes time for you to testify, you can tell the board what, if anything, you think Ms. Doherty got wrong.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, go ahead, Ms. Doherty.
Thank you, Your Honor. In 2012, the board issued 2 citations to respondent's establishment license, A 272-400. The basis of these citations included, but are not limited to, that respondent refused an inspection, there was no licensee in charge of the establishment, employing an unlicensed person, and displaying an expired license. Illegal instruments on the premises and instruments not disinfected properly. In between 2015 to 2017, the board issued 2 citations to petitioner's cosmetologist license. The violations that resulted from these citations included, but are not limited to, violations for displaying expired licenses, instruments not being disinfected properly, and licenses not visibly posted at workstations. On July 27th of 2020, the board filed accusation number accusation number 2020-12084 against petitioner's cosmetologist license. In response to that accusation, petitioner filed a notice of defense to defend her license. On May 19th of 2021, an administrative hearing was held on the accusation in this matter. During that hearing, petitioner was represented by an attorney. As a result of that hearing, an administrative law judge found that petitioner attempted to forcibly remove a board inspector from the establishment she was employed. Additionally, the administrative law judge found petitioner grabbed the inspector's arm and repeatedly attempted to pull the inspector outside. Additionally, that administrative law judge found that even though the inspector asked petitioner numerous times to let her arm go, petitioner did not comply with those directions. As a result, the administrative law judge found that petitioner was in violation of Business and Professions Code sections 7404 in regards to refusal to permit and or interfering with a board inspection, 7313 for refusal to allow a board inspector to access the establishment to inspect the salon, 7317 in that she performed cosmetology services in a salon that had an expired establishment license, and 7404 subdivision A for unprofessional conduct.
Unprofessional conduct.
On August 24th of 2021, the board adopted the administrative law judge's proposed decision revoking petitioner's license and ordering costs in the amount of $11,667.50. On September 20th of 2021, petitioner submitted a petition for reconsideration. On September 20th of 2021, petitioner submitted a petition for reconsideration of that final decision issued by the board. On October 28th of 2021, the board denied petitioner's petition for reconsideration. On April 30th of 2023, petitioner filed a petition for reinstatement of her cosmetologist license. On July 2nd of 2024, a hearing was held on petitioner's petition for reinstatement. Petitioner was represented by an attorney at that hearing. On July 2nd of 2024, the board issued a decision and order denying the reinstatement of petitioner's cosmetologist license. In that decision, the board made factual findings that at the petition hearing, petitioner had failed to establish she had achieved sufficient rehabilitation to warrant a reinstatement of her license. During that petition, the board noted that petitioner continued to deny the prior conduct that had been alleged against her. Additionally, to note, in that decision, the board noted that they had concerns that petitioner was still working as a cosmetologist, but in an unlicensed fashion based off character references submitted by petitioner. On June 23rd of 2025, petitioner submitted another petition for reinstatement to the board. Petitioner is asking that her cosmetologist license be reinstated. Today, petitioner has an outstanding cost amount of $11,667.50 to the board. Because the burden is on petitioner, I have no further statements, but reserve the right to question petitioner today. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Ms. Doherty. Ms. Elmer, this is your opportunity to address the board. To do that through testimony, I'll have you raise your right hand so I can swear you in. You solemnly swear or affirm, under penalty of perjury, that the testimony you'll give in this case be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
All right, thank you. You can explain to the board in your own words what you think they should know when they decide this case.
Lời của cho tiệt lu ta la mà chị của luôn bày sư của chia tổ chức
I wanted to have it recognized that the store is in my name, but I am not the owner of the business. Let's just say hi.
Em nói chuyện gì?
I don't know what else that I need to say.
Chị cho tăng mặn này chị mua sao thì giờ cũ xứ cho chị chia cũ nhà tổ chức.
I just want to recognize that the issues that are being charged are the owners should be charged toward the owner, not towards me.
Chị cũ sai mà lợi dụng cái ta.
I've seen that the mistakes are over.
The board has had a chance to review your petition and supporting documents. And in a case like this, the board is most interested in any rehabilitation, which usually means information about what has changed between the time of discipline and now.
Oh,
If there's anything you'd like to say about that, you may.
yeah, Lucia rehabilitation gì của nhau hồ chị của nhau hồ chị sáng tạo thế cờ rồi cho cái chuyện gì thế
Since the violation, I've been studying more at home, trying to understand the rules better.
thế của cờ how more sanitation thế
I took a course on sanitation.
yeah và sai cờ của tôi ở đại certificate thế
I also have 2 certificates.
của một cờ khó của lỡ hai tiết của và cũng cờ tao của đại certificate thì anger management thế
I also took an anger management course and got a certificate for that.
thì của tôi chia tôi nâng lời thì của thầy phân tua hành gì thế
That there won't be any issue ever if they come and need to speak to me again.
thì của thêm một đặc là sai rồi rong đó của tôi chỉ tôi thì của chỉ nào cũng sai là sai rồi rong của nhân đâu nợ đua
I was overwhelmed in the passing of my husband, and I was not able to keep up on all the rules.
chỉ cho tôi chỉ tôi thì của một xe này thì của chị
When my husband passed away, I was so upset, it was hard to control my emotions.
All right, thank you, Ms. Elmer. Anything else you'd like to share before I give Ms. Doherty a chance to ask questions?
nó nó của cho tôi thọ của đại đạo đặc cá được học đây là của họ tôi thảo là chỉ bù là tôi hiểu thì của cho tôi thọ của đại đạo đặc cá cái là một trò hiểu được rằng
I am just asking to please have my license reinstated. With it being not allowed, I can't have the clients come, and I'm not able to have business.
thì của chỉ muốn nghe thầy lại thế cái của ta có một tông một hơi lử
I wouldn't be able to pay the fines without being able to go back to work.
của tôi gì bùa đô la sự ý lý sự
I only, right now, I'm living off $800 per month.
yeah vậy là mới của cho tăng mà nó cho là hiểu được rằng
I hope that we can overcome this situation and that things can be good again.
của bao của tất cả cháu thì của chỉ bù là tôi hiểu hậu sự
I know it was wrong for me to not allow them into the business,
và cái lời hiểu của chia tôi chữ thế
but I am not the owner.
All right, thank you. Anything else before I give Ms. Doherty a chance to ask questions?
rồi người ta sẽ chơi của chúng chỉ thế
I don't think I have anything more at this time.
Ms. Doherty, whenever you're ready.
Your Honor, before I proceed with the questions, do you want to address the video or do that after?
Video tàu cá.
I think we'll do that after.
Ms. Elmer, can you tell me what you currently do for a living?
Miss Elmer need nó có hello Dutchie.
Apa ko yi ko tu apa ko sa ko tu si to ta ye ko yi nyo su
Since 2018, when my husband,
17.
sorry, 2017, when my husband passed away, I haven't been doing anything.
And do you understand that you were disciplined by the board for refusing to allow an inspection and interfering with an inspection?
Bộ tỏ tỏ hai tiền là mua đại yếu chả đâu có đâu có từ từ mua ít tu nên tu son rồi lò thì chỉ có chỉ tàu bố tuần đằng cá hậu có bốn cái chiếc còn đã.
Je ya vi ku chir tu chu e ko ta si ta shi na.
Yes, I'm very sorry. I just, again, I'm not the owner.
And do you also understand that part of that discipline was a result from you failing or you working at an establishment with an expired license?
Có bộ bảo hai tiền ít có tại mình rồi có nó giờ rồi có hai tiền lưu chế có hai lưu hậu chỉ the license tự ta là tự expire là có bộ tàu bảo còn đã.
Lu shi ha na ku chang mo.
At the time, they did still have the license.
And do you understand that it's a licensee's responsibility to make sure an establishment's license is in good standing with the board?
Có bộ tàu tàu hai tiền giờ thì có một tu license xếp bao hậu chỉ có hai lưu hai lưu chế xếp bao hậu giờ có hai lưu bảo hai tiền lưu chế mua là đại license là.
Lu po lang mo license ta tu nya tho ku nya.
Their license had expired when I wasn't there.
Tho ku chen nya ma le ye mo.
They had it while I was still there.
And my question is, sitting here today, do you understand if your license was reinstated, that it's your responsibility to make sure the establishment you are working in has a valid license?
Cô sa bảo hai tiền nô nọ có bộ bảo hai tiền giờ thì có hai lưu trò ilu chế xếp bao hậu có ý chú xe là những môn license rằng on đây có hai lưu trò là trò có còn là một bảo trò có tổ khen có bốn cái xe còn đã.
Ba ye mo ma.
Yes, and they do have it.
And you testified earlier that you committed or completed an anger management course. Is that correct?
Có tờ hai tiền có tờ mua ý trong hai lưu anger management bây giờ.
Ku mo ta ma.
Yes, I did.
And you took that anger management course as a result of your criminal case. Is that correct?
Là tờ hai có trong hai lưu anger management rồi có tờ mua ý có tờ mình lá chạy bây giờ. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And can you tell me what you learned from that anger management course?
Cháu có con cái chưa cái chỉ con giáo này anger management có tờ cái lọ bảo đã chỉ làm được con đã.
Con chỉ có po tia chứ chúng nó ta chai một ly trà thia. Sao ta chuyện thiếu của chị cả. Còn qua trời nó ta chai xứ.
Mainly just that you need to make sure that you follow the rules and the law. Other than that, I'm trying to think. I don't know.
If your license was reinstated, how would you handle a situation if a consumer came in that made you upset? How would you respond?
Yeah, thì là cả mỗi cái đại lesson cho có đùa chỉ ít tuần nên tua cho có chỉ hello chỉ tuần đó có con bảo ta có yêu đó chỉ một tấm mình.
Hay là thì giờ cũng tu chữ mà. Nhưng nó cũng bao rồi mà chết tua đó khỏi thằng đó cũng chưa tu chữ này cũng tu giờ cũng chỉ chữ là nó cũng chỉ là tua thủ cũng chỉ bao rồi thế.
If that came up, I would make sure that the owner would be able to address the situation. As I'm not the owner, I would have them try to make sure that they resolve the issue.
And do you understand that you are responsible for your own actions under your own license?
có bộ tao tao hai tiệt thầu có mua cái license có giờ tụ chưa có tụ khen chỉ có giờ tụ responsible rồi ít bây giờ chạy có ủa bây giờ.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
And if a board inspector came into a shop, if your license was reinstated and wanted to inspect your station, how would you interact with that inspector?
Giờ tiệt lúc biết giờ tiệt có mua cái license đồ thì ít tuần nên săn chuột lò tụ inspector lò sao có chạy hà luôn nó có yêu ở đó chỉ thầu lò.
Chị là sure mà.
I would allow them to inspect.
And can you tell me the last time you've worked as a cosmetologist?
Có bộ bao giờ ta có tụ hà luôn sẽ lo hậu tới giờ tàu tứ.
Là hãy bố thọ bỏ đó.
You're talking about a long time ago?
If she can recall the date of the last time she practiced as a cosmetologist.
Nên sẽ bao giờ có tàu hà luôn sẽ lo hậu tới giờ tàu tứ.
Thọ của chú bỏ hậu thọ áp hạt của gì là của tự sĩ thọ của tự nhỏ xí này.
I haven't practiced since
Áp hạt của gì.
since 2018 when my husband died, after my husband had died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just for clarification, you haven't provided any haircuts or hair treatment?
Don't
What
worry.
có chị tàu sẽ bao đã chỉ lý bây giờ.
Don't worry.
No, I have not.
Are you familiar with the documents that were submitted in support of your petition?
Có bộ bọ dọn đón tàu có tàu một trâu là say lần đó có tàu nó.
Bỏ mà.
Yes, I have.
Your Honor, may I assist them? And if we can go to the letter written by Ashant Sheklan, Sheklan, and if I may have permission from the court to assist the translator.
Yes, can you also let the board members know what page that's on?
It's on page A71. It's part of
A shut your
attachment.
E.
It's part of attachment to where the character reference letters are located.
It'll be part of attachment 2.
And then exhibit 2 of that attachment. I believe there's handwritten exhibit numbers.
Okay.
For the board, it's after the state document. For the board, it's probably 20 pages in after the state fund document. It's in our packet, Exhibit 3. So under 2, it would be Exhibit 3, the second page. Found it? Okay.
Ms. Doherty, is that right? It's exhibit 3 of attachment 2?
Your Honor, let me clarify 1 second.
Yes.
Your Honor, looking at it again, it looks like an exhibit 11 on the copy I have.
Oh, okay. See, wrong one.
It's towards the back of that attachment.
What's the case under number?
It would be A71.
It's 2 after Exhibit 12, the handwritten Exhibit 12.
Hang on. Let's just go off the record for a moment. I just need to make sure that Ms. Esquivel Parkinson doesn't need to type every single page direction. Well, I'll make sure we get on the right page and then we'll go back on.
And Your Honor, I know we're off the record, but to help everyone find it, it looks like they're not our Bates numbers, but there is an exhibit, I believe I, showing up on every document in the left or on this document in that right-hand bottom corner.
Okay, board. So in our packet, it's number 2. It's Exhibit 12. And it is the first It's the second letter
Got it.
that is marked I.
Yeah,
Got it? Okay.
What could be clearer?
I apologize for the confusion.
I need to get there. You said it's 12?
It's 12.
Okay,
That one, right
this
there.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, is everyone on the correct page?
Cho nên chị bút tạm long nó.
Seeing heads nodding. Ms. Esquivel-Parkinson, are you ready to go back on? All right, we are back on the record. It appears that everyone has landed on the correct page.
Chị tàu long.
Ms. Doherty, you can ask the question whenever you're ready.
Chị còn
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Hying, do you know when this letter was written?
cái gì có bộ tụi nó tàu show chẳng tao nó tàu tứ.
Tôi cho ý chán tờ mà đã chỉ của chị nhạc cá là đã chỉ tụi nó chưa của tụi khách chị người do tụi khách phụ thủ thế nào.
I don't remember the dates of it. It was a long time ago. This is a cousin from way back.
Yeah. Who took customer a long time.
Sorry, this is someone that was a customer for a long time,
Cô chỉ tao trên được lá hầu chị.
but I haven't been cutting their hair.
Yeah. Cho nên là qua cô tuần sai tụi customer rồi nè.
Now they're my daughter's customer.
Yeah. Cô chỉ tao trên được lá hầu since
I haven't been cutting the hair
1999.
them since 1999.
Do you know if this letter was written before or after your license was revoked?
Có bộ là có bộ cho cái gì là tàu show tại nó on day là check out the license là ya tàu cá là check out the license.
Khỏi nói chơi giờ hồi cô tuần sai chị bảo.
My daughter would probably know.
Did your daughter get these letters for you?
Có tuần sai bây giờ tụi khờ cho chẳng là nó có.
Đi nhớ nó mà.
Yes, she's here.
Okay. And in the letter, it states, I'm now a father of two and regularly take my children with me to Kay's shop and have my son's haircut by her or another staff member. Do you see that?
Chẳng là nó hay thì cô mua ở tụi mấy nhỏ thì cô yên cho cô cho mấy nhỏ lọt ra khi shop thì cô mua tụi bọn này nó là chỉ lựa cho nên ở hello hậu tiền là chập lót hậu có bộ bỏ con đã. Yes, they have two children and they've been going to see my daughter.
Okay. And just so it's clear, is it your testimony that you're no longer cutting this individual's or this customer's kid's hair?
Có hai lượt thì có chỉ sẽ tụi nó cho mấy nhỏ chập lót hậu là bây giờ. No, I haven't been cutting their hair since 1999. Back then I was doing the father's hair.
And can you tell me, you mentioned that you took some continuing education classes. Can you tell me what you learned from those classes regarding following the health and safety regulations?
Có hai thì có tụi có tất cả cho class sanitation về có clear của có tất cả lý cho lần rất khó class in the phụ tao.
Cô chú cởi trong barber side thì cho sanitation. Yeah,
For the barbershop and sanitation.
And what specific rules and regulations did those classes address?
There có ô tế có class in that so called sanitation về thì sẽ xếp là hồ về có tất cả đã chỉ lần đã còn đã.
Prevent cho prevent cho phá nhà về theo giờ nó một có cho sức khỏe của mình.
It taught about the bacteria and sanitation for people and health safety.
And taking those courses, do you now understand the importance of those laws and regulations?
Rồi có tất cả còn đã ta là có thiết lý ni nó tao vị lý cho là một cái cho lý nó là tranh chánh một cái cho sanitation in đó bây giờ.
Yeah.
Yes.
And why are those rules and regulations important?
So cái còn đã sanitation là tranh chánh vị lý cho. They help the community. They help you having the skill you need. They help me. They also help Panyana. They help for the inspectors.
And if your license was reinstated, you have an outstanding cost in the amount of $11,667.50. Would you be able to pay that if your license was reinstated?
Dạ thì là cho có mua có đại là sinh cho có chuyện nhầm blue kéo ý pa drop bộ drop cho shadow and chích cho sinh có bộ you take on that. Oh yes. Yes, definitely. If I could get reinstated, I would be making payments. Like yeah, I would make sure I do have to get some dental work done, but I would also make sure that I paid it.
Your Honor, at this time, I have no further questions. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Doherty. I do want to give the board members a chance to ask questions as well, but I think it's probably appropriate that we show the video first, so that way we don't have to do 2 rounds of questioning for the board members. Ms. Elmer, you submitted a video as part of the evidence for this case, correct?
Yes.
And you would like the board to see that when they decide this case?
Yes, if they would like to see it, I don't want to force anybody to do anything, but yes, if they want to see it.
Okay, it's not forcing, and we have the technology to do it, so we'll be happy to do that.
Your Honor.
I will ask the facility to get that up on the screens for the.
Your Honor, prior to playing that video, our office would raise an objection as to relevance and hearsay, just protect the record.
Okay, I can't rule on that yet because I haven't seen the video. All right, to the facility whenever you're ready.
This is the moderator. One moment while I get that video up. All right, and just confirming you can see the video screen?
Video screen.
Yes, we are.
Okay, perfect. I'll hit the play button.
Can you make it a full screen? I can't do it from here.
Ms. Elmer, should there be audio to this?
I don't remember. It's been a long time.
Okay. Can you help the board members understand what is it that they're watching right now?
Video na yadachi. I just want to show that I did not grab the inspector. I just told them to leave. I didn't hit them. I didn't assault them.
Okay, so I don't want to make any assumptions. What is that a video of?
Video na yadachi. Because the inspector said that I struck them and I did not strike them.
But what specifically were we watching? Was it was it a security camera footage from a certain day?
It's a camera. There's 2 cameras in the shop.
Was there some specific event that was being shown?
Non da morachi, non da polica, morachi chichi, non da video no.
Mày đu nhân rồi mà chịu bỏ nè.
Um,
Tao nói hay cho nó.
I'm not sure what was the question.
I just want to know what is it a video of?
Video no, yeah, that's
Ồ, cho họ là hạt của cha lợi tụi inspector chỉ của chị tao cha chỉ ba của sao.
There's testimony that I grabbed and dragged out the inspector, and this is a video showing that I did not do that.
Okay, so this is video of the day that the inspector visited.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Doherty, if you have questions, you can ask.
Miss Elmer, do you know who took this video?
Miss Elmer, couple po lang tiya to go video, no?
Hai nó bị khuôn là hỏi ta là sao?
It's recorded from the shop.
And who recorded the video in the video? Someone's recording the security footage. Who did that?
The morning or go video lang tiya to go video, no? Security, no?
Ở đó cái giờ của nó tụi tôi à.
It was my son.
And do you recall what date your son recorded that video?
Couple nyoka na go video no no banti tu.
Right after tụi ta luôn tôi này à.
It was right after the inspector came.
No, tụi ta luôn à.
Ta
luôn ya police.
Oh, it was right after the police came.
And can I ask additional questions about the video, or do you want me to stick to foundational, Your Honor?
You can cross on the video.
Ms. Elmer, by including this video with your petition packet, are you still denying the underlying allegations that you interfered with an inspection by pulling an inspector out of the shop?
So có một video na có post video na hay có tức chỉ tu nên của tàu giá tu inspector tại lu ta la lu shop no.
Oh, cụ chỉ tụi cha đã cụ cho thọ gì để cụ chỉ tao ua, đặc cụ chỉ tao ua vậy cụ để chỉ tao ua cái lỡ ra lúc gì cụ xứ.
I just want to make it known that I didn't do it. That I didn't do that. I do đâu.
Cụ chỉ tao ua vậy cụ cho tôi thọ gì để cụ chỉ tao đào lên tụi năng đi lần hai đa.
I'm apologizing for anything to do with the incident, but I just want to make sure that it's known that I did not attack them.
Okay.
And I'm asking for forgiveness and saying that I'm sorry. But I didn't do that.
Do you think you did any of the violations alleged in the accusation?
Lu Elliot tantra có po sai có chỉ tạo đã chỉ làm được Lu Elliot hai có chỉ tạo được sao cái license nó.
Tôi chỉ muốn được chút mấy chỉ của Elliot anh chỉ muốn của tôi chỉ chỉ đi.
There are charges, but I am not the owner. That was a mistake.
Do you understand that the discipline was against your personal cosmetologist license?
Có bộ tao hai tiệt là phong có đại license xử lý là chỉ phong chỉ hello nó.
Là phong cũ để chưa phong chế phong lự.
So they charged me, but they didn't charge the organization.
The question is just, did you understand that the accusation was against your personal license, not that of the establishment?
So nasa po có bộ tao hai tiệt là phong có đại license là chỉ phong chỉ là họ là phong có đại license bây giờ có phong cái xếp không đó.
Chứ mày do cụ lỡ mó của đàn đợi do việc họ cụ nó thảo tiền lỡ tụi inspection đó là do tiền giờ đã chỉ là cụ chỉ bao để cụ cho họ chỉ xuống.
They failed my license because it didn't pass the inspection. But I, sorry, point of clarification needed by the interpreter. But the phone call the lesson to call native la call pass call inspection yeah.
Wichita town and high
I didn't understand. I don't really understand what you're saying. Can you please repeat it?
The question that Ms. Doherty asked you was, did you understand that the accusation was against your license, not the license of the business?
So, nó sắp có hai đứa có phong cái shit thở là phong có đại license tự chỉ là chỉ phong chỉ là lộ license là phong có đại license số nào.
Yeah, Pongo license te yoku village.
But why did they charge my license?
It may be that you have questions about why that happened, but right now, Ms. Doherty's not sure, and perhaps the board members are not sure, if you understood that your license was the one at stake, not the business's license.
So they show got to tao tan cho that mà tu Ms. Doctor na sắp có hai đứa con cái shit hai đứa thở là phong có đại license cosmetology số là chỉ phong lúc chỉ là lộ nó nè lộ phong rồi có đại license xử lý thở bị hại sát nó.
Pongo license vì khó cú do vì đã chỉ là vì te cú chỉ cú là quá.
Was it charged against my license because I didn't allow the inspection?
I'm not trying to be difficult, but the question you're being asked is very straightforward, and you're answering it with a different question.
I don't understand.
Okay. I'll accept that as your answer, Ms. Doherty. She did not understand. You can ask your next question.
Thank you.
Ms. Doherty.
Your Honor, I have nothing further based off that. Thank you.
I will now see if the board members have any questions, starting with President Fairley.
I apologize if I did anything wrong.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
I apologize if I did anything wrong.
Thank you.
Joe.
Good afternoon at this point, right? Yes. Mrs. Elmer, you are here and asking the board to give you your license back. And one of the difficulties that I am having as an industry member, a salon owner, and an active stylist is your lack of accountability for the incident that you brought forth.
Salon owner here.
You stated several times that you did not do what you are being accused of in regards to violating the space of the inspector. However, in the packet that you submitted for your own defense, it is stated several times that, and board, if you want to follow me, all right, here we go with this exhibits again. All right, so for our board packet, the first reference will be Exhibit 3. So I'm sorry, we're in the second, in attachment 2, Exhibit 3. And I think it's the 6th page in, at the top, it would say 7 of 8. It looks like it's the Clovis Police Department's police report. And if you go to the second page, the second paragraph from the bottom, one of the people present during the altercation, which by the name of Loyo, the officer here who took this report is Corporal Borsch, stated I spoke with worker Reyes Sanchez, who advised she did see Pei Ying put her hand on Cabrillo's arm. However, the altercation was not physical. On the following page, 8 of 8, same deputy, first paragraph, the last sentence, upon speaking to Kaying, she admitted that she did put her hand on DeSutter's arm, but she did not attempt to use physical force. So what is said and documented is that you violated the space of the inspector that was sent there to do their job because you didn't want them to do an inspection.
Giật cái nói chị. Quỳnh tỷ là
Well,
nói.
hang on,
Chị-
there's no question
chị
yet.
chị cái chị ra là nói chị của chụp bố thì của thọ chị ấy của chị quay ý dân gì là xuống.
I am
Yeah.
very sorry, and I would never do that ever again.
Khỏi của chị
Okay,
tự
hang
cháu
on,
thì-
wait.
I did not pull on them though.
Yeah.
Wait. We need to wait for a question.
So my question to you is, you continue to not take responsibility for your actions. However, you expect the board to give you your license back. Please explain.
Có chỉ cả lãnh sĩ có responsible rồi có tấm mình nó thì chỉ có chính xác tổ lúc board nó mua cái đại license đồ rồi có bia bột còn là bột tao.
Ê, của tứ của tứ cờ tài chị của tứ cờ chân tự tài chị là tôi đi chào là được với lại tôi ba rồi community theo ba sẽ nâng sự này.
I did take courses to try to help the community and to help myself.
I'm sorry, repeat that, please.
I did take courses to try to help the community and to help myself.
Em liền rồi chị là tôi ô đi lại xã hội lựa xứ.
And I didn't mean to interfere with their work.
So are you saying that you are taking responsibility for placing your hands on the inspector, or are you still denying that you did not touch the inspector?
Linda có bộ thì có tàu có tụ inspector nó là chỉ có bộ chỉ gạn lãnh hay thì có tàu có tụ inspector nó.
Thế là chị tới rồi của họ gắt nó thì của chị bao.
Yes, I mean, I touched them just barely like this.
Yeah.
That was it. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Let me just interrupt for a moment.
Yeah.
We're making a transcript. And so when you say like this, that's what the reporter will type.
And you had it like this, you know.
So you'll need to explain with words what you mean by like this.
So có là sĩ số của nó hay Linda này.
Có sĩ của tiếp ba rồi đó.
It was a light touch. It was a light touch like this,
Yeah,
just
maybe.
like this.
Của chị nhặt cá.
A light touch. I don't remember all of it clearly.
Yeah, của chị toàn chá của chị
But
thôi.
I did not pull on them.
Yeah. That she was sorry.
But I am
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Why did you think it was okay to touch the inspector?
Cô cha có sai đến okay có tụ inspector.
Của chị realize thì một tấm năng lý nó.
I didn't realize the magnitude of the issue.
Yeah. Để rồi nó cũng báo được chị có chị tao với
But
chị
now I
tao.
know that you can't touch people.
Yeah.
Yes.
You also stated several times that you were not the owner. And one time you stated that the business was in your name, but you were not the owner.
Yeah, I am not the owner.
Okay, so as previously pointed out, you were the licensee in charge at the time the inspector came in?
Thì chị Lu sẽ thảo cái mình nó có tụ in charge từ chứ Lu ta là cho có một lái xe.
Của chị nhờ của chị báo của nó cắt tôi quá hồi lửa nó đựng nè.
I didn't really know. I was just there to work.
Nó đựng của sao? À chị phiền nó đựng của sao?
Huh?
Của nó có chặt cắt tôi nó đựng của sao?
I had just barely come back that day. That was my first day after being off for a while.
Yeah.
So then your testimony earlier that you have not worked since 2019 is not true if you had just come back to work when this incident happened.
ก็เดี๋ยวก็จะว่าเราสองอัพพักเก่าจั่วจีก็ตึกสัตว์จอเราฮัลโหลโน้มดแต่ไม่นอกไปยอก
Correct me.
My
Let
husband
me
had
correct
passed
my
away.
let me correct my last statement. You said 1999. According to the letter, you said 1999 originally, but this incident was 2019, 2017, right? What date was the incident? Sorry. Got my dates over here. The incident was 2019, but you stated earlier that you hadn't worked since 1999.
2019.
Do I have the dates wrong? Let me.
Your Honor, if I can get clarification of the timeline for the record.
Yeah.
Let me just make sure that I understand. I think you said that you haven't worked with your license since your husband passed in, I heard 2 different years, 2017, and then separately I heard 2018. Can you confirm what date that was?
Cú tôi chỉ tôi trong ấp học của cha nó April that's mà cú chỉ tôi là cao permanent hoặc là cú chọn by sometime so cú chỉ cao.
My
Okay,
husband
yeah.
passed away in April of 2017, and I was not going back to regular work. I was just stopping by at times,
Thì cú chỉ cái cho nó từ
but I don't remember the exact dates.
nha cú chỉ
Yeah.
cao.
Okay, so I will repeat my question. You stated earlier that it was your first day back to work, and this incident occurred July 29th, 2019. So you were actively working when the inspector came in, which made you the licensee in charge at the time of the inspection, correct?
So có hai địa có tự tát trò là halu đi sĩ có tạm nào tầm mua lu xe lên đu nút tiền năng cầu xe xong áp hạ kéo chua nè đi sĩ có hai địa có tự tát là và halu đùa có hai linh đá nè ye linh đá có tự giờ tu license in charge non đá bây giờ
Cú chỉ tôi hai từ cú hiểu license charge cái nào.
I didn't understand being the licensee in charge.
I have no further questions.
Vice President Funk, any questions?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for being here. For me personally, I feel that we have been presented the case about the inspection altercation, and we have already voted on that. And I personally was involved in the reinstatement and denial in 2023. So for me, that issue is laid to rest. I do feel optimistic about your persistence in trying to get this license back. I know your daughter owns the salon now, and will you be working at your daughter's salon if you were to get your license back?
Có tù inspector nó tất ta là bây giờ hay sẽ còn tất ta là nè cô yên sai tàu có cái chỗ sẽ trong chỉ tàu có đại license đó nè giờ chỉ có tàu có đại license đó có bộ yêu hà nội có tuần sai đó là ô lịch chán nè.
Tôi cứ work part time so.
Yes, I'm hoping to work part time.
Great. I felt that you presented excellent rehabilitation efforts in your certifications that you've taken and courses. And so you have met the burden for me, and that's all I have. Thank you.
Cô yên bỏ dòng có từ ô có classes or certification kia nè cô sai từ đây cô xả để có từ đây sát chạy vào thất sau cô dòng sẽ có tàu còn đó là.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Bertram, any questions?
No questions, thank you.
Ms. Ellis?
No questions, thank you.
Dr. Jimenez?
No questions.
Ms. Kavanaugh?
No questions.
Ms. Lamelli?
No questions, thank you.
Ms. Miller?
No questions, thank you.
Rose?
No questions.
Ms. Pham?
Just one. Ms. Elmer, I just want to give you an opportunity. Can you summarize what is different since we were last here a year ago? You submitted a new application. Can you tell us what's changed between last year's hearing and today?
Cô sa bảo mua đất chỉ sa cô ý sang nhà thảo là thảo có tới thà đâu có là sinh tiền lọt chân đi nó nè bố muốn chỉ sa cô thảo có thảo có muốn cái là sinh tụng bố nó chỉ chia bố nó chỉ sa cô nè
Có hai cái thọ là cái hai đội ý cho cụ lúc bên chơi chơi.
I'm sorry, I'm a little bit hard of hearing. Can you repeat the question one more time, please?
Sure. You were before us a year ago, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what I would like to know is what has changed or what's different or what has happened in the last year since we last saw you that we should know about.
Bố muốn chỉ sa cô ở tàu ba có ở yêu ba có tàu có đã là sinh đùa có sai để giờ ít có rong ở yêu ba có bé sa tàu cô có đã là sinh đùa có đó.
Giờ thì cụ tao cụ đàn cụ bao mà cụ bao thì cụ ở chỉ thì cụ chỉ tao cụ đàn nở thì cụ chỉ tao cứ nhá cụ ở chỉ muốn nhá xí thì cụ nhập cụ bao thì hay giờ cụ stress chắc rồi.
I know that I've learned and I will do better. I didn't have any savings and I it's been very hard but I have learned from my mistakes.
Thank you. Nothing further, Your Honor.
And Mr. Weeks.
Just one very quick question. Did you say you attended an anger management class?
Anger management.
Yeah.
Yes.
Complete.
I completed it.
Completed it. Isn't one of the basic tenets of an anger management class that you take responsibility for your actions?
Anger management accept responsibility Yes, it is.
Thank you.
Ms. Doherty, any follow-up?
Nothing based off that, Your Honor. Thank you.
Any other questions from board members?
I do have one question. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
If the board does support giving your license back, there's a high likelihood it would involve like a probation, which is a very involved process. Would you be willing to comply and cooperate with probation and working with a probation officer?
Probation còn là tế thọ nợ nhiều đó mình có bộ cả còn xía ở còn đó giờ thì là mua cái là sinh trọ cá có. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you would allow the probation officer to do their job, and when inspectors come in, which is a likelihood of your field, you would allow them space to do their job.
Có yêu bố tụ probation tụ sai có chỉ hello tiết có yêu bố tụ inspector lot so có chỉ hello tiết bây giờ.
Tao cũng chỉ là
có chỉ hello nữa. Yes, definitely. If I'm there, I will always be willing.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions from board members? All right. Seeing none, that concludes your testimony. You told me earlier that you wanted your daughter to testify as well. Is that still true?
Yes, if you're willing to let my daughter speak, sure.
Yes.
If you don't need it, then I don't need it, but it's up to you. Let me just grab my water really quick. I can proceed.
Okay. All right. I'll have you call your daughter to the stand. What is her name?
Elora Elmer.
Elora Elmer.
All right, Miss Elmer. I'll have you take a seat beside your mother there. Well, you can sit because I'll need you to have a microphone. All right.
Can you
Hi.
hear me?
Good
Good?
afternoon.
Okay, good afternoon.
Yeah. Is the green light on your microphone?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
You've been called as a witness. Uh, Given this format, I'm going to have you testify once I swear you in what's called the narrative format. So just like your mother did, you can just explain in your own words what you think the board should know. And then I'll give Ms. Doherty, followed by the board members, a chance to ask you questions. Any questions about that?
No, Your Honor.
Can I have you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm, under penalty of perjury, that the testimony you'll give in this case will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You can put your hand down if you'd like. I'll have you say and spell your name, please.
My first name is Elora, Elora. Last name is Elmer, Elmer.
All right, just make sure you keep your pace and volume at levels that the court reporter and all board members can hear you, and you can begin when you're ready.
Okay, Your Honor. I'm just here on my mother's behalf as a witness and to clarify any misunderstanding in regards to like the citation that was given per her licensee. I felt that there was some misunderstanding with the business name and my mom's name. And so therefore, I'm just here to ask and clarify that if the business name is an issue, I'd be gladly to change that. I also wanted to, just basically, again, clarify any citations that were pointed under her licensee as the time that they gave her the citation, she was not the owners during those years, because under the citation, when I don't know what the board's protocol is and how they are supposed to fill it out, there was some misunderstanding with addresses, who's the owner, comments made by the inspector. However, I'm not here to relitigate 2019 incident. I do want to point out to each of the board members that the last inspection that was conducted in my establishment, the inspector did come in. She seen my mom in the back of the establishment. I am in the process of remodeling the establishment to show the board that, we are trying to follow the rules and the regulation of safety and sanitation for the clients. Okay, so the inspector came in. She did her inspection. My mother allowed her to conduct the inspection. No interference, no refusal of the inspection.
One moment. Yes, Ms. Doherty?
I'm going to object to this line of testimony as to relevance if it involves any citation that could potentially be pending in front of the board in the future.
Okay. Let me ask a clarifying question. You said the last time that this inspection happened, when was that?
If I remember and recall, I want to say in July of last year, I believe, or I'm sorry, between June and July, possibly timeframe, because during that time I was pregnant. I was at a high risk.
I don't.
Yeah. So anyhow,
Let me
my
stop.
boss did allow the inspection to be conducted.
Okay. So the objection is overruled to the extent that the testimony is related to petitioner's conduct during that inspection, but we don't need more details about that event. Is there anything else that you'd like to say by way of evidence of rehabilitation from the time that petitioner's license was revoked until present?
For my mother's rehabilitation, without knowing what the board would expect from my mother, I had, with the help of me and my siblings, because I do have siblings that are in the industry, to help guide her and educate her on, the rules, regulations, the law, taking courses to help her understand the do's and the don'ts, to help her stay recognizing of new what you guys inspect when you're inspecting, to make sure that she is in compliance with the board as well. So we have been coaching her through native language to being ready and prepared so that way in the future there will not be any more issues. And that is all. So I also want to, in my closing statement, I would like to say thank you for your time today, as I know it took up a lot of our time. But I will say that I will make sure that there will not be no more further issues moving forward, as we are not wanting to relitigate the past. We want to move forward, and it hopes to show that she has rehabilitated by learning her lessons, taking courses, being up to date, and supporting her through her probation if she is reinstated her license, to make sure that she is compliant, and to also make sure that the fine that she owes is put into a payment plan and paid on time, no missed payment. She really wants to get back to work. I would love to have her come back to work. Her clientels do miss her. My mother has been doing hair for 40 years, and in 40 years, never had much of an issue until this. I feel that was a miscommunication, misunderstanding occurred. But it is not my mother's intention to break any rules or regulations. She never had any criminal history up until this misunderstood incident. My mother is a good mom. She's very calm. And if she wasn't good at what she's doing, she would have had more issue other than this incident. But I believe that my mother loves her job so much that she is very, very dedicated with her skills and passionate about her job, or else she wouldn't have done this for so long. But everyone is very eager to have my mom back in the salon to perform services on their hair. They miss her. They're saddened that this had took place. But my mother do understand that she is in the wrong. She is taking full accountability, and she learned her lesson. She will not allow this to happen anymore.
All right, thank you. Ms. Doherty, any questions for this witness?
No questions, Your Honor. Thank you.
I'll now see if board members have questions for you, starting with President Fairley.
Yes, hi. Thank you for coming. I just have a couple of questions for you. Were you present at any of the inspections that took place that we are here for today?
For the inspection, since I became an owner at the establishment, no, ma'am, I was not present.
Okay, and were you present for the incident that took place that brought the criminal charges against your mother back in 2019?
No, I was at my other establishment in Clovis, California. I had two establishments
you.
at that time, so no, I was not.
Okay, thank you. And the letters that we have here that are the character references, was your mom responsible for getting those, or were you responsible for getting those?
I was responsible, per the last attorney's advice, was to help gather these character letters so that way you guys can understand how my mom is as a person to her community.
Okay. Also, the classes that your mother took, the barberside classes, the domestic violence training, these were all online?
Yes,
Were these done in her native language, or did she take these in English?
they were done both. So it's in English, but translated to her, and she would respond to the question herself, not having the support of me answering it for her. She would answer it by herself.
Were you there with her when she took these trainings?
Yes.
No further questions.
Vice President Funk.
No questions for me. Thank you.
Mr. Bertram.
No questions. Thank you.
Ms. Ellis.
No questions. Thank you.
Dr. Jimenez.
No questions. I just wanted to comment that I really feel strongly about you retraining your mother in her native language and the support that you offered her. That's a topic that's very important to me, but I just wanted to thank you for that.
Ms. Kavanaugh.
Thank you so much for coming today and supporting your mom.
Thank you.
Ms. Lomelli.
No questions. Thank you.
Ms. Miller.
No questions. Thank you.
Ms. Munoz.
No questions, and I'm glad to see that the classes were taken.
Thank you.
Ms. Pham.
Just one, Ms. Elmer, you mentioned that you and your siblings are invested in helping your mom kind of stay up to date and getting her ready if her license were reinstated. Can you just let us know what kind of experience you and your siblings have, or how long you guys have been licensed?
I have been licensed since, I want to say, January of 2017. I can't speak on my siblings' behalf. I believe 2017 or 2016. I can't recall. I just remember it was January. But all my other siblings, they are licensed as well with the board. If you guys look up the last name, you should see quite a significant of my siblings under with our license as well. So we have been in this industry for a long, long time, and it's because of our mothers the reason why we came into this industry. And but since I've been in this industry, I have had nothing but passion doing this type of work, and making sure that we are in compliance rather not being in compliance. And if it's something that we did wrong, I'd be willing to correct it.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Thank you.
No.
Ms. Doherty, any follow-up?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Any other questions? Final questions from board members? Miss Elmer, do you have any questions that you need to ask of your daughter?
No, I just want to thank her and I want to thank all of you and just ask to please reinstate my license if possible.
All right. I'm going to interpret the request to show Exhibit 2 as a request to admit that into evidence. Ms. Doherty, do you object?
No objection, Your Honor. Thank you.
Exhibit 2 is admitted. The record should also reflect that the bait stamp page numbers of the pages to which President Fairley directed the board a moment ago was A26 through A27. I know people need to take a break. I just want to close this up very briefly with closing argument. Let me just confirm, Ms. Elmer, you don't have any other evidence you'd like to present today. Is that true?
No, I don't. I just want to offer my apologies again.
Ms. Doherty, would you like to make any remarks by way of closing?
Briefly, Your Honor. On behalf of the people, our office would ask that you, the board, look at all the rehabilitation submitted and evaluate whether that rehabilitation was truly committed or conducted by petitioner and whether that's enough to meet the board's burden here today. Thank you.
And Ms. Elmer, would you like to make any final closing remarks?
No, I'm just asking for forgiveness and hoping that I can move forward and overcome this.
In a moment, then I'll ask if the matter is submitted. By that, I mean, do you feel you've had a full opportunity to present evidence and argument on your behalf? Ms. Doherty, for the people, is the matter submitted?
The matter is submitted. Thank you.
And Ms. Elmer, for you, is the matter submitted?
Yes, I'm submitting.
All right, the matter is then submitted. The case is closed and we are off the record. I will now turn it back over to President Fairley to direct things. Ms. Elmer, please don't leave before you check in with the reporter to see if she needs anything spelled for you. I have those listed here. I can give them to you. All right. You can direct traffic from here.
I think we all need a break. If you don't, I do. So we'll take a 10-minute break and then we will come back. We will convene into closed session.